What's up with the squad? Back with another video. See what's going down in the title. More of, and sadly, this topic is a little bit, just the whole situation. And what they be talking about, the whole nine. Make sure you hit the like button, that subscribe button. Y'all know I love getting out these videos, but definitely have to check this one out. Definitely make sure you go check out Doug XL in the description box down below, especially make sure y'all also go subscribe to his channel. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Doug. Definitely amazing dude, great information. You already know. Let's get in the video.
Oh yeah, The View is back on the air. They're talking about Trump getting his name removed from the ballots in Colorado and then Maine. They, of course, do not know anything about the Constitution, and I mean this specifically about Sonny Hostin. Welcome to Doug in Exile. We talk about The View because that's what our culture is talking about, and why this is just basically emotionalism. They're having an emotional outburst, as all of America is. Welcome to Doug in Exile. This is where the happy patriots are. Let's go.
Maine recently became the second state to boot you-know-who off the ballot. They cited the same constitutional amendment. I'm going to say that again. The same constitutional amendment that Colorado did, which states that anyone who engages in insurrection is ineligible to run for political office.
We're on board with that so far. We agree that the 14th Amendment, whatever it is, Part 3, Article 3, says that if you've committed insurrection or advocated for it, or you cannot run for office. So the question is, did Trump do it? And that's where...
Okay, that's what the Constitution says. But now you know who is vowing to appeal, and some of his Republican rivals for the nomination think he should be allowed to stay in the race.
The idea that one bureaucrat in an executive position can simply unilaterally disqualify someone from office, that turns on its head every notion of constitutional due process that this country's always abided by for over 200 years.
100% true, Ron DeSantis. He brings up due process. These ladies, for the entire rest of this show, will not bring up due process.
None of this would be happening had he let the people decide who they wanted to be president.
Now, see, that's an opinion, because I believe he did let the people decide to be president, and she believes he didn't. We have a disagreement of opinion. That's not black and white in the Constitution, sweet people.
But that's the thing, though. Like, I feel like so many people, like, on the other side of, just thinking about that, they're so in denial. They real bad. Like, they're in denial real bad. On top of that, it's like what's the word I'm looking for? Hypocrites. Really big hypocrites. If you actually think, I hear it, y'all know I didn't watch, I'm not gonna say that. Well, I don't watch The View, but I always see clips of The View. And a lot of the clips that I always see is a little, I don't know, like I just hear like how bad, like people get so in denial about something, or you turn into a hypocrite, or it's real annoying. I ain't okay.
Because they say it's going to be up to the U.S. Supreme Court to decide if the Constitution does indeed bar him from running.
That is, the Supreme Court will decide if what Trump did is insurrection, like what happened in the Civil War, ladies and gentlemen, which hasn't been brought up since the Civil War.
Even though the Constitution says, listen, if you do this kind of stuff, you can't run.
It doesn't say kind of stuff, Whoopi. It says insurrection. That is a very specific definition, and it's not Trump saying, go peacefully protest at the Capitol, walk over peacefully, okay? That's where they want to squish between kind and they want to just, of course, convict him because they have no respect for the Constitution.
But apparently we always have to recheck with this fool, because every time he does something, they say, oh, well, they didn't mean him.
As far as I know, they did not mean him in that claim of insurrection, unless he actually performed insurrection, and there's no proof of that. So now what are you going to do?
But they did mean him.
Yeah.
That is a very good opinion, Sonny Hostin. She says they did mean him. I say they didn't. So who will decide that? it's going to be the Supreme Court.
Because it's about the Civil War, and they did not want anyone who tried to really take over this country by force to be able to hold office ever again. That is what our framers want.
Yes. How did they do it, Sonny? They tried to take over the country with a standing army. They yelled.
I wonder how many people, like, I be hearing what these ladies be saying, and I wonder, like, not even trying to be funny, but I for real wonder who are a lot of these people that's going to this show. Like, I really, like, wonder, like, what goes, like, it's like a whole bunch of, like, I don't really mean, you know what I'm saying, sound rude or nothing, but, like, so many people that, like, not even thinking. They just there just to be there, because a lot of what they say, like, it don't even making sense, and they know it doesn't make sense. Don't know what they talking about at the time. Not giving out facts, giving out, like Doug said, opinions.
Everybody go take over the Capitol, put me in office, kill your enemies. Things Trump did not say. So she's trying to make things similar where they are the exact opposite. And this is what exposes her politics, her own legal ignorance. You know, she's welcome to her opinion. I'm not going to throw her in jail. She'd throw me in jail.
It's going to go to the Supreme Court, but there are 4 justices that said that's claimed to be originalists, textualists, meaning what was written in the Constitution at that time is the law that continues. I believe differently. I believe that the Constitution is a living and breathing document.
Is it going to be a bunch of Democrats are going to decide it and go, dude, we think he committed insurrection, so he's off of the ballot? Is that what the law says?
The difference is people that agree, because I agree with you, Sonny. I believe it's a living document.
This blonde lady, who again claims to be probably conservative, believes the Constitution's a living, breathing document. Once again, flaming leftist Marxists are the only ones they're commenting on The View. And that's why I'm here to give a counter argument.
I don't think the Supreme Court's going to hold this. I think they're going to overturn it, and it won't just be the originalists. I bet it's a 9-0 vote.
There, she's with us then. We agree. It's going to be a 9-0 vote is going to overturn this. Good girl, we agree. And that should make you all happy. It's going to get overturned.
Donald Trump becomes, if he, God forbid, becomes president about this time next year, he could.
Why is it so bad? Like, what are you talking about? God forbid. Like, what? Like, I feel like this type of person right here wants to fit in with everybody else. You know what I'm saying? You had to get that. You know how people, they know what the truth is and know what they actually like, but they try to say and do things so that other people can you know. Like, it's annoying. I can tell just by her what she said. Oh, God forbid if
get overturned.
Donald Trump becomes, if he, God forbid, becomes president about this time next year, he could weaponize that same ruling to keep Democrats off the ballot. In the same way that he says Joe Biden is a threat to democracy, he's going to say this Democrat engaged in insurrection. This is what I mean. It's going to be off the ballot.
If they did keep Trump's name off the ballot, then whoever won the Republican Party next year, say DeSantis, could instantly remove all of his Democrat enemies from the ballot, is what all of these people are saying. And because he can make up his own definition of insurrection, just like they just invented their definition of insurrection, that Trump saying go peacefully protest, that means insurrection. It basically means in your living, breathing document, you can make up any meaning you want. And I say we do it. There will never be a Democrat run for office again, because I say all of you, just by definition of having a Democrat by your name, you're my definition of an insurrectionist.
So the Democrats aren't going to start a January 6th insurrection.
But the problem is it'll be based on their definition and interpretation.
And that's correct. There she is. Elisa Griffin, or whatever her name is. She got it right. Do you really want to have this all come down to people's interpretation?
We are only even having this unprecedented conversation that literally hasn't been discussed since the Civil War because of Donald
the
Trump's
unprecedented insurrection started by Donald.
That's an opinion. And that's why we like straightening out the view on this, and hopefully straightening out some of you. You're welcome to give me your
like, bro, I'm sorry. I know I was just looking at the video, but it's just like, bro, like, what are y'all even talking about? It's to the point where it's like, what are you even talking about? They like a what do you call them? Like a hype man. not the main event or nothing like that. Not the main artist or the person that's singing up there rapping or not that star, but the hype man. The hype man in the back jumping up, getting you hype for yo. That's kind of what this whole situation reminds me of, because it's like y'all just want the audience to clap. That's all it is. Just want the audience to clap. It ain't nothing that's, it ain't no facts being thrown out. It's all opinion. It's opinions on top of the dome. When you watch stuff, you expect it to be factual, things to be right, so you can go ahead and go on about your way. Feel me? And get that information in. The fact that what they talking about and what the clips that I always see from these ladies, I literally just think they all just dislike that one person, don't talk about nothing else that really is irrelevant. I mean, really that's relevant. Like, they don't really talk about the other. They just go after one main person. One main person. And it's one main person, meaning y'all know who I'm talking about. It's that one main person, and then anybody that's associated with him. That's all. That's what I've been got from this, But make sure you hit the like and subscribe. Definitely appreciate everybody tuning in, watching this reaction. Let me know your thoughts down below. Catch y'all next one.